Ben, thanks so much. Well, tonight, severe weather is an unwanted visitor to Greenville County, especially those in the Taylors and Cherrydale areas. That is where an EF2 tornado touched down on Saturday night. And we're checking in with emergency management as Greenville could see more tonight from just the winds and the potential for flooding. Fox Carolina's Shale Remien live in Cherrydale. So, Shale, what are you seeing right now?
Well, thankfully, Cody, the rain is starting to dissipate a little bit. We've seen downpours all day today, but this area, I know you've been out here, this past weekend when this EF2 hit, so you know from yourself, this place could really use a break right about now. I mean, take a look behind me. This is the damage that we're still seeing here even tonight on Wednesday night, and it hit on Saturday. Just trees completely collapsed over on people's yards. Look at all of those roots that were just ripped off right from the ground. 2 trees in these people's front yards. I mean, imagine hearing that noise. And then if you'll walk with me over here, just past their mailbox, we see 2 cars in the driveway here. One of them looks pretty normal for the most part, but then if you look right over to your right, you see that Toyota that was completely just crunched, literally in 2 as this tornado ripped through. And then just above that, their neighbor's house was completely destroyed, the side of it anyway, as the top of the house went all the way down on top of their car too. So a lot of destroyed cars along this road right now. There's a lot of debris still left, and I'll tell you what, the weather that we've seen today has not helped things. Let's take you to some footage we shot earlier today when the sun was still up so you can get a better idea. We're along Golfin Drive, and there is trees down still here tonight, but leaves, mud, everything's very saturated right now. Emergency management says, this has really been a headache, the downpours we've been seeing here today, only because they've had such a mess on their hands already from the weekend. Take a listen to what they had to say.
I mean, if you don't take it seriously, all you have to do is go back and look at what happened last week. We had the warnings that the tornadoes were coming, which is good. So that's a very important piece, is to pay attention to the warnings if they come. Whether you have a NOAA weather radio or whether you go to greenvillecounty.org/alert and sign up for Code Red.
And a lot of people have tarps over their houses tonight, bits and pieces that were completely ripped off. And as you can imagine, the sound of that rain pouring down on tarps instead of people's roofs, I mean, they're dealing with a lot out here. On top of that, they are still without power here tonight. We talked to one neighbor who said that unfortunately they had to use a Keurig tonight to boil water to just even sanitize some pots and pans. So as you can see along the road right here, taking you back live on Golfin Drive, there is still a lot of cleanup to be had, and Greenville County Emergency Management says if you need to know any alerts about severe weather or any type of alert for that matter, you can go to their website, greenvillecounty.org/alert. And of course, our meteorologists do a fantastic job keeping you guys up to date. Please sure to download our Fox Carolina News app as well, and we'll have much more coming up here on the 11 o'clock hour. For now, reporting live in Greenville County tonight, I'm Shale Remien, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
And Shale, I was actually out there on Saturday night when that tornado touched down right where you're at. One of those homes there, her name's Janice, a tree went through her house. So you can imagine with this rain, if they don't have tarps up, this rain is just causing more damage for folks who have not been able to patch some of those holes up that suffered that damage from Saturday night.
Yeah, Cody, we kind of flip-flopped places here over the weekend, but yeah, no, a lot of people are still dealing with obviously the aftermath. This is not going to clean up itself in just a matter of a few days. Neighbors were saying that they had rain coming into their house here tonight, but also keep in mind when all of this happened, as you mentioned, you were out here, people were saying to me earlier that it sounded like, it tasted like sawdust, like coming into their mouths because of just all the debris that they had going on out here. So a lot of cleanup still to be had, but they're just lucky that, a lot of them are still okay here tonight, Cody.